All right, Tara. Well, tomorrow we could learn more about Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools' response to President Trump's immigration efforts in the last 11 days. More than a half a dozen large public school districts have vowed to protect undocumented immigrant students and their families, while others have pushed forward changes that could lead to deportations. Well, joining me now is Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes to discuss. And Khalif, the crux really of this whole thing, the Trump removed the restrictions, though, that were prevented the raids at sensitive locations, such as the schools and churches and hospitals and that sort of thing.
Brian, let me start with this. I would want to start with saying that this is uncharted territory, right? But then I'd have to be mistaken because it really isn't. Between 92 and 1997, America only deported 2 million people. But in 2001, 2009, George Bush's first term, 2 million people. That exact amount, 105 years, equaled in 8 years. Obama, 3.2 million people. It starts to progress. Trump, 2 million people, but they were working on it from a different perspective. What I can say is we've had mass deportations as well in this country, going back to the Great Depression. During Hoover's time, they attempted to do it. Nowhere near as many. During Eisenhower's time, nowhere near as many. The only thing that was similar between right now and in those times, they were all based on race. What did Hoover say? American jobs for real Americans. Eisenhower says we're going to do a war strike and attack these folks. This process right here, what they're talking about, these safety zones, that's something that was stopped right before 2011. Up until that point, they were allowing places like churches, like schools, like community centers to be places that were safe from ICE to go into. Now they took the rails off back in 2011. Trump doubled down on it in 2019, and those are the types of things that are going to I guess allow folks to feel less safe in a moment like this. So schools are definitely on the radar and being targeted by ICE. But I think there's attempts to be pushed back in multiple locations.
Yeah, the pushback you're talking about is several school districts like New York or whatever, they're saying that they're not going to allow anybody to come on their campus to any kind of immigration type of activity.
Not just not allow it, but that's what's constitutionally required. I mean, before you can get access to a location, you need a warrant. We do have a constitution in this country. And so because you're actively attempting to grab or mass deport folks doesn't mean you can overstep constitutional requirements. For you to actually enter a public building, or I mean a building, you need to have a warrant to get into that building. So what the schools in New York are saying is go get a warrant, go get it signed from a judge, and then come back, present the warrant to me, allow me to read it and do what I'm constitutionally required to do, and then we'll give you access to this building. I don't think that's adding anything additional. That's adding what's required by the law. And so those schools are saying we're going to hold you accountable to the law, just like you're asking these individuals to be law-abiding citizens and enter this country lawfully. The same process to go out and get anyone that's there, and those numbers are low. What they're talking about in some of these places, we're not grabbing illegal individuals or illegal folks that have committed crimes. Most of the time you're grabbing legal folks that haven't committed crimes at a disproportionate amount than everyday American citizens.
You know, and one of the things too, we've seen districts like Oklahoma, they want the kids to report their immigration status, and this comes as CMS is going to announce some sort of a policy tomorrow.
I think that those types of policies,
not like that is what I'm saying.
I think those types of policies are obviously tipping their hand that they want to try to do what they can to enforce, and I should say support President Trump's agenda with this deportation portion. What I can say is I think that may be problematic for a number of reasons. First, what you're going to have is a mass exodus from schools. You have hundreds of thousands of folks that are staying home from schools now, even if they are here legally, because they're worried that they will be illegally targeted just because they look like someone that is here illegal. It's opening up Pandora's box. It's same types of things that happened during Great Depression, same thing that happened during Eisenhower. We're repeating ourselves, and we haven't learned from any of those lessons.
Well, we will see tomorrow for CMS, but also going forward about what is going to happen with the immigration, especially for the kids in schools. All right, Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes, thanks.